Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race Season 11, Episode 12. This is the last of the competition. We made it to the end. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, click thumbs up, share, send it to all of your friends on the social...
What do you...
Share hole!
Is it going to divulge into... Now you're going to do Cher Horowitz when you say it?
Cher Horowitz!
No, just like, oh, Cher!
SF. Thank you to our Patreon subscribers.
Yes.
$5 a month or more, you get early access. We really appreciate your support. It means the world to us because otherwise we couldn't do these. Facts are facts.
Facts are facts, America.
So, right. Nina has gone home. The world is depressed about it.
Maybe RuPaul did her a favor.
I think so. In some ways, I think so.
You know, I mean, because she was so unjustly, everyone just...
That's all that everyone was talking about.
Surrounding her.
Yeah.
And championing...
Celebrities.
Her.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I mean, come on.
Love it.
It worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
And also, her lip sync was bad, so...
It wasn't great.
It wasn't unwarranted.
It was meh.
I love later when Akira was describing it, and she sounded like a cat.
Meh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It made me laugh.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But yes, they all come back. Everyone's sad.
Yeah.
That Nina has gone.
Yeah.
Silky is shook.
Yes.
I'm kind of shook that I was in the bottom two. It was all a setup. Miss Shady Brooklyn.
Still mad about Soju. Still thinks Brooklyn was throwing her under the bus and being shady. And I was like, well, I don't care. I guess where I landed on it. I was like, well, that's fine. You feel that way. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Everyone's much more interested in talking to Silky about that lip sync, though.
I was really underwhelmed with Silky's lip sync after all the smack she talked.
But I'm an entertainer, like, day in and day out. That's not my genre of music.
Yeah.
That was just not my kind of song.
Yeah, that's not my genre of music. You know, I'm an entertainer first. She didn't really make a lot of sense.
No, because there's not much sense to be made, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if you're going to go through and say to RuPaul, if you're going to say to RuPaul...
Multiple times.
Just point blank, you don't even know what the song is yet. RuPaul put me in the bottom and I will lip sync my way out of anything to the top.
I was motherfucking ready! I was ready to do so! What does that have to do with anything, bitch?
And it's like, ooh, girl.
Yeah.
You got a math, and honestly, it should have been a double elimination. I just think they didn't know what to do otherwise. They're like, we have to have 4 for this goddamn lip sync wheel.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering if I think it'd be cool if they don't do this. Have the list of all the songs that are possible lip syncs throughout the season.
Ooh.
Give them to all the queens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't tell anybody. And then they have time to really practice, and then we would get some sickening fucking lip syncs.
That's fair.
Because you wouldn't know if you were necessarily going to be in the bottom for the episode that week of the song. You wouldn't know. It wouldn't really give anyone more of an advantage.
No, not really.
It would
you have the opportunity to like think ahead and be like,
Slay.
if I get this song,
Yeah.
what's my Sasha Velour moment?
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea.
That's kind of a fabulous idea.
Right.
They might do that, but I don't...
They might already, I don't know.
Well, and then, I mean, I guess the only thing that I would say is that if someone was like a real type A personality, like I would go through and know the lyrics to all of the songs
That's
already.
what I'm saying.
Then we wouldn't have Silky not knowing the words to No Scrubs.
Also known as a buster.
Now, should Monet Exchange do a No Scrubs Hard Knock Life, mashup?
I'd be down.
I think that could be fun.
That could be fun. Sponges. I like it.
Sponges,
Yeah.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
That'd be silly.
Yeah.
But anyway, so everyone's kind of, like, what's up, Silky? And she sort of tries to change the narrative around, I guess, or change the subject. But basically it's like, well,
I was reminded through the Lord up above that the greatest gift of God is forgiveness. And I realized that I never forgave Evie.
What? We weren't talking about that at all, but okay. Sure.
I still was like, forgive her for what?
For calling her talentless.
Oh, right. Okay, fair.
Totally fair. I was like, oh, okay. But she was like the master of like, let's completely change the subject. And I will, I realized I never forgave you for being a bitch. Let's not talk about my lip sync anymore.
Also known as a buster.
And her fucking, what was going on with her heel?
I don't know.
It was off her foot, but why and what and how? Because the heel wasn't broken.
No, that was...
The shoe was off. I thought, oh, was the heel broken? No, it was just that she's like, the whole time. And I was like, what?
The whole time what?
I guess it slipped off her foot.
I guess.
And they were just really like fabric-y shoes.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a high heel that she turned into a shitty boot.
A boot?
And it was just like fabric. And so
But so she was stepping on the but why couldn't you just step on the heel?
It was...
Maybe it needed to be pulled up and she couldn't take the time to awkwardly like pull it. I mean, her outfit was literally falling apart.
I mean, I don't know.
But I don't know.
But I did actually, I liked her look more with the glasses, I'll be honest. When she had the long hair down and her fun, kind of beigey glasses, I was like, this is kind of a cute look. You should go for this more. It was more interesting than just glamour.
Sure.
But anyway.
So then the next day, Michelle Visage comes in and she's like, get ready because you have to choreograph for Todrick Hall, write a verse, come onto the podcast.
I mean, it's the same every
usual
season.
things.
Yeah. The Maxi Challenge is the same as last season.
Yes.
And the season before and the season before. You're writing a verse. You're going on the podcast.
Now, where's Matthew
lunch.
Anderson to direct this music video is what I want.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, I like this. We'll get into it.
Yeah, we will.
I realized, because we haven't edited season 4 of All Stars yet.
Yes.
And I was remembering how fucking terrible the final performances
Ooh,
were.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this was much better.
This was much better.
Because I was like, wait, when did I see this sort of thing before? But it was very bad. Oh, right, it was All Stars 4.
But All Stars 3 was the one with the oneer.
Yes, that was
4
the good
abandoned
one.
it, yeah.
4 abandoned it, but it was like, it was a bad, like...
The whole performance, yeah. Oh, God, it was so bad.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I had forgotten.
And like Alaska and Chad and...
The like low speed. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually. But anyway, yes, they all have to get ready and they have to write a verse for Queens Everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're giving them all padding.
To help you pull together your looks, you can use padding provided by Planet Pepper.
Yeah.
Right.
Which just felt a little weird. Like, we've been complaining about your padding for 3 weeks, Silky. We're gonna give you pads.
It seemed random.
I was just like, okay.
And it was
Worth mentioning.
I mean, I thought it was funny that it was like this shady, like, and here's some padding.
Was it shady?
To help you pull together your looks, you can use padding provided by Planet Pepper.
Yeah.
I couldn't I felt like Rue was being kind of shady.
Okay, great.
Like, here's some padding. Maybe you can use it properly. Was how I read it.
Okay, I read it
But
as,
of course
we want you to go to the top, so here's the padding.
I mean, spoiler alert, she couldn't use padding at the finale, so...
Spoilers, inside track.
I mean, they know that she goes to the finale now.
No, I'm just saying, spoilers, you could see her pads. We saw them up close.
Yes, we did.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's what Michelle's talking about. And they're all sitting around, like, writing their verses or whatever, and Silky's wearing Ariel's giant red wig that she gave her. It's like a...
Did she give it to her?
Yeah, she left this for me. That's right, I'm wearing it on my head. I'm not wearing it for a challenge or down the runway. I'm wearing it on my head because we were best friends and she left me this wig. No, I'm just joking. But it was fun.
I love, though, that everyone then reads her for it.
Throw all the shade you can at me.
With that hair on, it's very easy right now.
And Brooklyn, talking about, oh my God, this is cracking me up. Brooklyn being like, I'm going to write my rap about Canada. And Vanjie's face was just like... It's like, I love my boyfriend situation. We can't define it. We keep saying it's a thing, but not a thing, and I don't really know. We're talking around it. Like, oh.
Oh, I don't know about that girl. I loved Evie. You gonna write it with "Oh Canada" in there? No.
I did notice this, and maybe it's been here all the time. Vanjie goes out of the workroom to go to the recording session, and the gold doors just like opened for her.
Oh.
As if it was. I mean, I'm sure it's like 2 lowly PAs. Like,
right.
Okay, 1, 2. Okay, now keep it even. Okay. It can't be on like a motorized thing, but it felt like.
Ooh.
And the golden doors open for Vanjie. It was cool.
Miss Vanjie.
Miss Vanjie. That'd be
I
fun.
like that, yeah.
Every time she walks through a door.
Miss Vanjie.
It's Vanjie.
And we get to the recording session and Todrick is there. I thought Todrick was very helpful this episode.
I thought he was helpful.
He seemed like he wasn't in a really bad mood.
Correct.
He wasn't overly tired.
Perhaps because they leaned on him less. This was like the one time they brought, or second time I guess they brought him in.
I don't remember.
It's all blurred together.
It's been a long season.
Yep. But yeah, no, he was fine. He was good.
Yeah. So Vanjie comes in and she's, guns a-blazing.
Yep.
Miss Vanjie, bitch. Drop it down low to the flow and spin. Bitch Latina, really nice to meet you, cause I say the room, they give me 10s to see.
I love that he's just like, bitch does not rhyme with spin. Like, at all. So...
I love it. If it's good enough for Nicki Minaj, it's good enough for me. Why that's just become...
She's just a Muppet at this point. So then we cut back and forth between the recording sessions and the podcast.
Speaking of podcasts, make sure to subscribe to Let's Have a Kiki with MovieBitches. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere where podcasts are found.
Agoura is up first with the podcast, and she sort of talks about how she adopted her brother's son and she's raising him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's really interesting and cool.
Yeah.
And how, how she sort of had to own herself and fit into her family and all that kind of stuff, and she had a lot of brothers, and it was
I thought
lovely.
this was really nice.
Yeah,
lovely. I mean, the podcasts are always, to me, just kind of weird, and it's like, I guess I prefer them to the Tic Tac Lunch, which was like...
Oh, I don't. With the podcast, it's like more staged.
Yes, it's more put on.
Yeah.
Although I feel like the Tic Tac Lunches also always felt that way.
But like, it was put on.
Well...
it was like, and then we're doing this performance. I was like, yeah, I love it.
Sure.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Sure. I mean, and then, like, of course, the sponsorships are just so awkward. Sponsored by Facetune 2. Let's take a selfie. And I'm like, okay, let's calm down.
That's the light, bitch. Come here. Let me show you. See, this is the motherfucker right here. See, look at that light. See
Is
that?
Brooklyn okay in there?
Yeah, she's fine. We don't care about her anyway.
Bitch, that's not where the light is. The light's over here. And then we can't see bro. No one cares about her. I love Ru.
Yep.
I love
when Ru's like real silly fun, just like...
silly fun,
yep.
off the cuff,
Yep.
nonsensy. It's my favorite Ru.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Next into the recording studio is Evie Oddly, and this was fun. I mean, I liked her verse.
I'm Evie. Oddly enough, my edges stay shredded, but these tits are tough.
I love your confidence.
I liked how he kept he was like, let's play with like that creepy voice kind of thing, and like...
he really shaped it, and
Yes.
she took direction
Yeah.
well. I mean, I like that she's talking about how she's like, oh, I used to write raps all the time. I was such an angry little kid. I'd rap about not wanting to do my chores and like take out the trash and all of this. I was like, this is so fun.
Yeah.
And then that laugh, oh my god. That was actually more Monique Hart.
A little bit, yeah, that was a little more Monique Hart.
Love it so much.
Yeah.
And Silky comes into the podcast and they're talking about sort of her education and her background and how she has an MA in business management. And Ru is like, has that helped you out in the workroom? And she's like, girl, no, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. No, it has not. Which I was like, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun and funny. Then she kind of talks about, how she felt like a lot of the girls just hated her from the beginning and she's too loud and all of these things and blah, blah, blah.
Some of the girls were surprised that I was still in the competition, and it pained me a little bit.
What do you have to say to them?
You know what? The greatest gift of God is forgiveness.
She talks about forgiveness again. And sort
Yeah.
of like, I feel like you don't want to talk about the drama in the podcast. The internal drama. You want to talk about why you should win. What's your story? Why are you special? What's the deal with you? Who are you going to inspire?
Sure. So then we get Brooklyn, and I feel like she and Todrick were not seen eye to eye.
Queen of the North got one thing to say. I never liked double dutch. I didn't come to play. Queens everywhere jump to it pronto. House of Heights, that's how you do it in Toronto.
I thought she was very confident.
Yes.
She came in and was like, I am feeling myself. These lyrics are corny AF.
Yep.
And, she didn't have any swag.
No.
At all.
No.
But she was going for it.
Yeah.
And he did not appreciate that.
Not really.
I don't know what, maybe lean into the corniness then.
I think so. I think
would have
that's
been the better direction.
I've decided my rapper name is gonna be Feminem. Like Eminem, but female. Feminem.
Feminem. Like
Eminem.
And like for a second I was like, wait, but Eminem's like from Detroit. Like I thought for half a second I was
Canada?
like, is Eminem from Canada? And I was like, no. Then I could.
Is he from Detroit?
Isn't that what 8 Mile's about?
Yeah, I just didn't realize that it was like
I think,
personal.
I think so. Oh yeah, that's like the story of his life.
I don't know if I ever realized that. I thought he just like did the soundtrack or whatever and like cool.
It's like somewhat loosely, but like it's his it's his biography. You know?
Wow.
Then Evie comes into the podcast. She was wearing lipstick the whole episode. She was feeling
I noticed
herself.
that. I loved it. I was like,
And Ru's like,
Put a little lipstick on. Both sets of lips?
Oh, of course, all three.
Oh.
Wow.
all three.
Ah! And then she was like, oh my God, I said it. Ah.
I don't care.
I mean, you know,
I guess if
vaginal lips.
well, sure.
And then I was like, her butt?
I guess.
Her
Maybe
asshole?
maybe that was the joke. That's where I went.
I was like, that's the only thing I can think
But
of.
then I liked later on
Yeah.
that it became a thing of threes.
Threes. A triple threat, if you will. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Must have been her asshole.
Yes. And her.
Or maybe she's just saying I have a alien vagina with
multiple sets of lips.
quadruple lips. I don't know.
Who
We'll never
knows?
know. But it
Yeah.
was silly and fun.
Every time I do hear those voices, I just like have to wipe them away and like replace them with the reasons I know that I deserve to be here.
She like makes them laugh and they're joking around and then she gets really real and it's like, you know, I had to quiet the negative voices in my head and really be confident in me and what I do best and just sort of
Clear the board and write in what I
Yeah, I'm
wanted.
trying to grow and better myself all the time.
I thought this was all very much like, oh yeah, Ru loves hearing this shit.
But like it was genuine too.
Yes, it was.
It didn't seem like she was saying this on purpose.
No.
I mean, maybe a little bit because she's pretty smart, but
Yeah,
you know,
But yes, it did seem like, yes.
it
these are
seemed
things-
true.
Sure, yes.
If not, you know, good timing.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you some advice. Allow yourself to be a little more open to other people. If you allow them in, they're gonna love you for who you are.
Michelle has this whole thing of like, oh, you need to let everyone else see
Oh, yeah, that
more
was
of this.
stupid.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
When she was like, if you let people see your vulnerability, and I was like, we've been seeing it all season. Everyone loves Evie. Why are we writing this narrative where people hate Evie and love Silky? Because it's the opposite.
Do the judges not watch the dailies? Or like,
I
do
guess
they not know what's going on behind the scenes?
They
I
have
feel like
to.
that would be helpful.
Somewhat.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, the producers should, like, at least create, like, a selects for them of, like, here's 10 minutes of, like, the best shit that's going on behind the scenes that
Sure.
you guys should know about.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Because we've heard it a lot, particularly recently, where, like, Ross will be like, we never got to see this side of you on your season, or, like, whatever.
Yeah,
and I was
like, what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, because he'll be like, oh, but then I watched the season back and really got to know you or something. And I'm
Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe you guys should be watching more of this footage.
like, something.
Yeah.
Something.
But yes, because that was, like, weird for Michelle. I was
When
like,
she gave that whole speech, I was like, tell this to Silky.
sure.
What? What are we talking about? Well, because honestly, later when Silky was getting real vulnerable and real, I was like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
You really turned a corner. How fabulous. We'll get there.
It's true. Speaking of Silky, she goes in to record with Todrick.
Has all the energy in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Couldn't understand a thing she was saying.
No.
I'm a big snook and I came to rock. My personality cannot be taught. Sorry.
And then we got Brooklyn in the podcast, and they just love bringing up this relationship, this situationship.
The situationship. I mean, I think because Brooklyn and Vanjie are being so mature about it.
Immature?
Mature.
Oh,
They're
yes.
being so mature about it and sort of like, you know, we'll see. We like each other.
Yeah.
We're not
I feel-
fighting this.
yeah.
We're not letting this get in the way of the competition.
Yeah.
This isn't any drama whatsoever. We just like each other. Leave us alone.
The producers and
Are
then
like,
we were like,
"Ah, come on! Even putting them in the bottom together, and they're like, nope, we're above this.
Yep. I love that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, so the kiki led to a kai kai?
It's a lot of K's.
I've always been so scared of looking stupid or looking dumb.
Well, we encourage that.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's something that was really hard for me to let go of.
I mean, she did do that, like, I think particularly, obviously, the improv with Nina challenge was where
totally.
she certainly got silliest.
Yeah, so I think she crossed that. She did great.
Sure. I mean, I think
Here and there, you know.
here and there. For me, we'll talk about it more later on in the outfits and stuff, but I feel like sometimes being so perfect and polished can lead to being a little boring
Or slightly forgettable.
or expected.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, oh, and then this is, sure, that's lovely. Sometimes I feel like they just need to figure out a different way of saying things to the queens, and it's like, well, but also you can't be like, oh, well, your polish makes it boring.
Santino would say that.
Maybe. Where's Merle?
Where is Merle?
Where's Michael Kors?
Oh my God. I mean, I would lose my... That would be the greatest move RuPaul's Drag Race over to Bravo.
Oh my God.
Let it be as gay as it wants to be.
Yes.
Get Michael Kors to be a permanent judge. Michael Kors, Michelle Visage, and Rue. And then one guest that comes in that's fabulous every once in a while. It would be everything.
Artistic interpret.
Interpretation?
Thank you.
I like interpret.
Yes.
Artistic interpret.
Artistic interpret.
I guess interpret.
No, I like interpret. Keep it. It's good.
Yeah.
Copyright it.
So then Agoura goes into record, and I was worried.
Oh God, it's Face of Aphrodite. She's a new bitch, Miss Ass Almighty.
Because she just kind of came in real quiet, and she was like, "This is what I'm gonna do," and I was like, "Where's like the toot and the energy?"
She didn't have the toot or the energy. Yeah, it was. Oh, we're just doing the tech rehearsal. You know?
Right.
Okay, and then I say this here, and then that's where I move to the desk, and then now I'm over at downstage. Okay. I got it. I'm gonna go through the motions of this. But it's like, no, girl, you gotta go. And
put this on tape.
And poor Dama just can't be stopped. She twerked her way straight to the top.
Okay.
Oh boy, so then Vanjie comes into the podcast, and they're just like, so you grew up in Tampa, but you're born in Puerto Rico, but you have a New York accent. What's going on? Well, my mom's from New York.
My mom's from New York.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a New Yorican.
Okay.
You know, she's cool with J-Lo allegedly.
Yes.
It's very that.
She's cool with J-Lo, allegedly.
Good. Her and Carmen.
And then her metaphor haiku, well-roundedly.
I loved this. I don't know what she was talking about.
Cracking them the fuck up.
Yes.
Well-roundedly. And all that jazz. And I stand before you. Looking at the Tic Tacs, looking at Mama, looking at Michelle, and I feel like, bitch.
And I was so sad because at this point we already knew Vanjie was going home.
Yes. So we knew from the finale.
Right.
Because they filmed it before this episode aired, so we were already pissed. I had a feeling too, I was like, I bet you it's gonna be her in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like the stars, well, they were trying to make the stars align.
Exactly.
Although when they announced that Vanjie was the one that got cut, the audience was uproarious.
Uproarious.
People were cheering, pissed, standing ovation, for
yes.
her.
Vanjie! Vanjie! Vanjie!
They were losing their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I thought Vanjie was the most kind of fun. And funny.
I mean, I think that's always been her thing, is that she has such a personality that you just want to like hang out with and be around. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's always just like, oh, there's more Vanjie? Great. It's always nice to have one of those personalities.
Yes,
like for us,
like Alyssa.
last season it was, Alyssa, or Monique Hart for me.
Right, I can't get enough.
Yeah, so quick commercial break, and then we will be back with a lot more to talk about. There's just so much. We just have to have it. We have to have Matthias.
Oh my god. We have to have Matthias Goodness. We have to have Matthias. We have to have a.
I don't know where that came from, but
I mean, we do have to have Matthias.
Always.
It's time for choreo. Todrick Hall. I love that Miss Vanjie's wearing it's like a baseball cap of her first look from last season that she got eliminated on. It had all the flowers and like a Barbie sticking out of it.
I don't think I noticed that.
It wasn't, obviously she didn't wear a baseball cap on that episode, but it was the same idea. And then later she has the outfit.
Actual corset,
but I was like, oh my god, this silly hat of like, you remember this?
Yes.
It was like, I'm here, bitches. I made it to the finale.
Yeah. Almost.
She was the star of the finale, let's be real. Shh. And Brooklyn's dance. Oh my god, I love that she's like, I'm like Julia Stiles in Save the Last Dance, girl.
God.
Yes!
Yeah.
It made me laugh. I liked it a lot.
I did too. I mean, why not? Like,
I love that movie.
I think, yes, certainly that. But also then that's where I'm like, Todrick needed to embrace that more rather than trying to force it on her.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like, you're not doing this, you look super white. Be like, well, let's just embrace that.
Lean into it.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see your whitest twerk or whatever and
Yeah.
like, make it funny.
Yeah.
And then everyone would be like, oh my god, we didn't know you were a comedy queen, Brooke. You really stepped outside your shell.
Can you twerk on point? Great.
Oh my god. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! That would have been amazing.
Amazing. I mean, I don't know, maybe she can't do it, but like if she could.
She could. She could do it.
And maybe that was on Brooklyn too, that she wasn't coming up with these ideas and like pushing back on Todrick a little bit. Like, let's figure out something to make me not look crazy.
I think she was just trying to fake it till she made it, and she didn't quite make it.
Exactly.
And Silky really nailed the choreography. Yeah. One take, blam, down, she was out, and Agoura was a mess.
We knew this though, and she said that, she's like, we all know Akira's not a dancer, and she is. I mean, she can
dance.
She just takes her a long time.
Choreography, really.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that Akira talks about herself in the third person a lot. I enjoy it.
Akira is not a dancer. I'm gonna have to rent some legs from somewhere because I don't know how the hell this is gonna go.
And so they all go through and they've done their little bit, and then he's like, oh, you thought that was it? Walk this way.
Walk this way. No, really, walk this way.
Oh.
I mean, I love this little Mel Brooks tribute.
Walk this way. This way.
Walk this way. Ah, you know.
Walk this way.
Silly and fun.
No, seriously. Walk this way.
Walk this way.
Walk this way.
And he reveals they're gonna have to do one long take. And that's all you got, and we're filming it, and then you're done. And everyone's like, ugh. And I was like, ugh, no.
Akira's like, okay.
It's one take, that is all you get. And if you don't hit every single mark, it could be catastrophic.
Okay.
You know what would be really fun?
What?
Would be to have is it Hello Goodbye?
To have Joe Wright come in and do the oneer?
Well, certainly Joe Wright. I mean, I can just imagine. No, that'd be too, like, artistic and, like...
It'd be so good.
It'd be amazing. But no, who's that band that always does, like, crazy one-shots? Okay, Go.
Is Hello Goodbye a band?
It might be one of their songs.
Okay, I don't know.
But that'd be fun if, like, OK Go came in and they did, like, some crazy cool music video. RuPaul.
And Matthew Anderson was there to direct it?
Yeah. Love it.
Love it. And, you know, since it's the last episode, everyone's getting really reflective and sort of, we're coming to an end. I mean, except Brooke. I love that she's like, okay, goodbye, yes, packing your stuff. Okay, summer camp's over. Okay, let's do this. Or whatever she said, she's just like, here.
All right. Clink, clink. I love you, I love you, I love you. Call me, write in my yearbook. Let's go.
Silky's kind of getting, you know, reflective on the season and talking about she's happy that she's made all these friends, even with all the ups and downs, and forgiving and moving forward.
And even you, Evie, I said that I didn't want to be your friend, but I didn't mean that. And I would like to get to know you better.
And Evie says the same thing, and she's like, you know, thank you guys for accepting me for my weird... who cares? Do we care?
I don't care.
We can cut all that.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a fuck?
Great. Okay. They're all like, kumbaya. It's fine. So, Ru walks down the runway in this flouncy purple tulle bridesmaid. You know, she looked like, you don't watch Friends, but she looked like Rachel when she was like Princess Bubblegum. But hers was pink, but just this like disastrous, you know, bridesmaid. Just like, you look terrible. Look at me, I'm the bride. You know, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Copacabana. With this big stupid hat. No, if Rude had the big stupid hat. Yeah.
Always here for a big stupid hat.
I mean, right? We get to the performances. And up
Queens everywhere.
Queens everywhere. I hadn't heard this song yet.
Me either.
Oh, okay, great.
I don't know. Is there a new album that I missed from Ru?
You would know more than I.
Yeah, I don't know. I missed it. So I've not heard the song.
Curious at first in this like Diane Carroll in the Star Wars Christmas special flapper opulent realness, and I was like, yeah,
I thought she looked great. And I thought she had a very good performance. I thought she had one of the best ones. Was it amazing? No. Was it really good? Yeah.
No, I thought this was very good. I was just like, they really, really praised it, and I was like, oh, I thought she was clearly in the middle and did very good for what I was expecting.
And then we get Brooklyn in this like.
I mean, it opens up to the Cheetah Club. It's just the Cheetah Club. And she's Nomi. And I was like, yes! But then it wasn't.
No, not really.
The lyrics weren't very exciting.
No, not really.
I liked her sort of bandaged heights.
That's what it said, heights?
Heights.
Yeah.
Because it was the House of Heights.
Yeah. This all just seemed kind of sterile to me.
Yeah. You know, she hit all her marks. It was fine.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, there was no like standout.
It wasn't just like, oh yes, I'm here, bitch, and I'm gonna win. You know, it wasn't like really taking a statement. It was just kind of like checking all the boxes.
Yeah. Oh my God. So then next, Dr. Silky Reverend Ganache MD, PhD, busted out of that fucking bathroom. I mean, this was messy as fuck, but it made me laugh.
Yes, agreed.
She became Nomi, just pushing people out of the way. She was dancing like Nomi too. She burned when she danced. Just get over here, you know, just like get out of the way. And then I genuinely thought she fell. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, oh,
I did too.
Oh, okay, she's okay. She threw herself on the ground. It didn't seem like a dance move to me, but she fucking nailed it. I thought her lip sync
was not great.
Could have been a little better, but like she had so much. I mean, she literally like busted out of a cannon. I mean, it was just like whatever. So it was funny, made me laugh.
Sure.
It also seemed the shortest. She
Yes.
didn't get a chorus break.
Right.
Like after where like she just said random stuff.
That's true.
And then she said random stuff over the group dancing at the end. So I thought that was weird. Maybe it was for pacing.
Yeah, and then they move on to Vanjie.
Oh my gosh. I mean, her track was her track was fucking sickening.
Sure.
The literal verse of like her saying it was so good.
Yeah.
Whip my hair side to side, category closed, bitch, I'm fly.
And then she didn't have it down at all.
No, you could tell she was really in her head about getting the steps, I think.
Yeah, it seemed like she was focusing on the dancing, so she couldn't also move her mouth at the same time, but then the dancing was like half-assed.
Yep.
It was really weird, and I was bummed.
Yeah, it was bummed.
Because I think if she had
It was bummed.
It was bummed. It was. If she had fucking slayed this, she would have been in the top.
Yeah.
But then last and best.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Save the best for last.
Yeah.
Evie Oddly coming out. I mean, I love this like creepy spider piano choreography.
Yes.
Just like,
I'm
oddly
oddly
enough, you know.
And you're like, ugh.
I like it. What is this?
Yeah.
And then her like
oh my god, her exorcism.
backbend slide. So good.
And then she just flips her fucking self over.
So good. And then she's wearing this like, you know, Selena by way of Elvis like jumpsuit. And I was like, yes. Yes. Love it.
So good. This was fabulous.
And then of course she incorporates her laugh.
Yeah.
This was clearly the best.
Yeah.
And then they all come together and, you know, wop bop baloo bop wop bamboo. And then Silky got to say her kind of, you know, ad-libs over the dance number.
Yes.
So I guess they just moved, I don't know, it's weird.
They really don't sing anything. They just kind of dance.
No, it was Silky's ad-libs over the Queens Everywhere. Queens over there, Queens over here.
Right. I was waiting for that. That's awesome.
And then Big Frida comes out. Yes!
I would love it.
Where is Big Frida? Where is she?
Always.
Always.
And Caswell.
And Caswell. He has a new song with Evie.
Oh, fun. Fabulous. Love it.
Motherfuckers can't handle it. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo.
But yeah, they did a big dance number, and then it was like, oh, cool. Wasn't obsessed with the dancers' outfits. A lot of jean shorts, bikini tops, and just sort of like sweatshirts. It was fine, but it wasn't inspired.
Well,
it wasn't fun. I wasn't like, ooh, what are they wearing? I was like, oh, sure.
They don't seem to want to be telling a story anymore, which is bummer to me. Like, I always like when it's like, make an actual video.
Make it like a really fun production.
With Ru in it, again, I think is always fun.
Yeah, that's always fun. They don't do scenes with her anymore.
Oh my god. Yeah, I always love a cutscene in a music video.
Oh, yes.
But wait, I thought the old lady threw it into the ocean at the end.
But what about me?
What about Juju?
What about Jujubee? Oh my god.
So quick commercial break, and then we will be back with the runway. Category is Best Drag.
I feel like people get in their own head about Best Drag, because they're like, well, I have to do something traditional,
but also
that's new.
Yes.
To the judges. Like,
yes. Yeah, like Vanjie
exciting.
can't do a swimsuit because like Michelle will lose it. First on the runway is Brooklyn Heights, and I was bored.
It was like gorgeous.
Yeah.
And perfectly expected. You know, I was like, wow, this looks expensive and beautiful, and you know, the hair and the crown.
Gloria Swanson turban on.
Well, it was her hair.
Was it?
Yeah, it looked like the horrible hair from Sunrise. Remember with the makeover, that old Murnau movie? Oh. It was just like a real hard part of icy white hair, and then it had a crown. I know. But yeah, this icy ballerina, you know?
Yes.
Swan Lake, sort of like, ooh.
I mean, that was just very, like...
It was just expected.
Yeah.
And she'd already come down the runway in
On
point
point.
shoes in a less expected outfit before.
Exactly.
So it was just a little bit like you went back.
Yes, I wanted something different and exciting.
Yeah.
And
oh my God, if she had pulled a center stage and, you know, had, you know, one of the pit crews like hold her thing and she spun and it turned into the red outfit, and then miraculously her toe shoes were also red, because what happened?
Magic.
Because the magic of movies always drove me crazy. They were white. and now they're red. But anyway.
Maybe she had little, like, blood dye packets that she could, like...
Release!
Yeah. Tense her feet
on
and they would...
my sixth pirouette. Release!
Yeah, like, click them together.
Yeah, and they turn into the ruby slippers. Yeah. So then next out is Miss Silky Ganache.
Yeah.
I thought she looked fucking great.
This is the best she's probably looked?
Best she's ever looked. This candy striper, peppermint, kind of gown.
Yeah.
Cinched for the gods.
Yep.
She looked fucking great.
Certainly the best we've seen her look.
Best we've seen her look. I mean, this was a curious wig, right? The infamous wig that got more screen time than Soju.
Well,
yeah.
That was what she was wearing, right?
I'm pretty sure, because then someone photoshopped that wig on all of them.
I love it.
And it was funny.
But no, I thought, this was also very expected, but because it was beautiful,
it was her best drag?
It was her best drag, it really was. And so for that, I was like, yes, you nailed it.
Yeah, next was Miss Vanjie. And I thought she looked lovely. I thought this was
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Couldn't figure out if we were supposed to be seeing the black strapless bra or not. It felt like we weren't.
Maybe.
And no one talked about it.
Sure.
Because the neckline of the dress was totally squared off, and then she had the cups. I was like, okay. I don't know.
Maybe she thought it was, like, younger.
I think she thought it was something, but I thought it was just her undergarments.
Right.
So I was like, oh. But dressed this gorgeous emerald green, brocade dress.
They made lots of Gone with the Wind references.
Lots of Gone with the Wind. I mean, she was giving me more Rita Hayworth, really, than Vivian Leigh. This huge, dark wig. I mean, she looked like glamorous Hollywood.
I thought she looked fabulous.
Just fabulous.
And it was different.
It was different
And
for
I
her.
thought that was very important. She's like, nah, bitch, I got something different for you.
Yeah, exactly. So the next on the runway, Evie Oddly.
Oh my God.
I mean,
I love it.
I fucking can't. I can't even. This was so amazing.
This was so great. The triple boob really got me.
Well, because I didn't see it at first.
Yes.
Initially, I was like, oh, and the third eye, that's so fun.
Yeah.
And this, red velvet slinky dress. Yes, bitch. And these, braided updo. And I was like, yes. I'm like, oh my God, she's got 3 boobs. And then I was, cackling.
And, the 3 fingers.
And the 3 fingers. And it was, a really good, bitch, you look glamorous. Oh my God, you're an alien.
Exactly.
Oh, you're from, this is like a Star Wars Met Gala. What's going on? I love it.
Yes, that, oh God, I hate to bring this movie up to you, but you remember when they had that
scene from The Last Jedi? Yeah. But this was so much better.
So much better.
But yeah, it did look as though she belonged in Star Wars Monaco.
Yeah.
Didn't love, so she's got this backwards diamond necklace on, and there was some black lace on the back that was high on her neck, just kind of ruined the line a little bit of the fall of the dress, and I just didn't know what it was there for.
I don't know.
But I loved this.
This was one where it was really nailed all of the aspects of best drag, where it's glamorous, gorgeous, she looks gorgeous, even though
she's still Evie.
Exactly, and these quirky, fun, different things that you would not expect. You're like, what's Evie Oddly's best drag gonna be? I have no idea. Oh, it's this. That's amazing.
Yeah, you don't know what to expect, and then you're blown away.
Yeah. So then last,
I was thinking about her finale looks.
Oh my God, we can't tell them.
We can't tell them, but
they're good.
So excited because they're amazing.
Yeah, they really are.
I'm excited to see them on TV.
HD.
Seeing in person was one thing, but I'm excited to really get into the details.
So then last on the runway, Curious Davenport.
I mean, I thought this was lovely.
Yeah.
It was so intricately stoned.
And apparently she stoned it herself.
She almost went blind. It fit really nicely, and this sort of ombre of the colors fading into each other that matched her eye makeup, and the fringed, jewels, and then the swirl. It was really impressive.
Yes.
I didn't love where the fringe started. It was right below her butt.
Sure.
It's just not the best place to start fringe.
The very beginning is usually a very good place to start.
Yeah, usually. But I thought that she looked fucking gorgeous and beautiful.
Yeah.
Again, somewhat expected, but very, very, very good.
Exactly.
So, best drag is hard.
Yeah.
So then they all had to talk to younger them.
Right.
And it was mostly the same. Lovely, be yourself.
Yeah.
It'll get better. All great stuff, but we don't need to get into it. But I do think we need to get into Evie's Jolly Green Giant outfit.
Oh my God.
I mean, I was obsessed.
I just love that Rue was like, was this Halloween? And Evie's like, well, I dressed up all the time, so it could literally be any time. I have no idea.
I have no idea. But She was completely dressed like the Jolly Green Giant. I loved it. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Evie wins.
Yes.
I guess?
That was weird.
Congratulations. You're moving on to the grand finale.
You make it to the finale. Akira.
Yeah.
You also, or congratulations, you made it to the finale. So I was like, I mean, I'm assuming Evie won because she was the best, and she called her name first, but she didn't literally say
you win this week.
It was just a little weird.
It was.
I noticed it.
Yeah, I did too.
But Evie wins, right?
Yeah, I think everyone's decided that.
And
the whole season, but also this episode.
I'm sure. And Brooklyn and Vanjie are in the bottom.
Yes.
Because of drama. I mean, I wouldn't really put anyone else down there.
Splitting hairs.
Yeah, exactly. But no, they're in the bottom.
Yep.
And they have to lip sync to Pride, A Deeper Love by Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
I thought this was a great lip sync.
I thought it was a great lip sync.
I was like, damn, double save? Shit, you should have gotten rid of Silky last week. Like, this is a lip sync. I was just mad still.
Sure.
Like, oh, we're gonna get rid of Vanjie for giving a fantastic lip sync.
That's true. And Silky had such a shit one last week.
And like, oh, man.
Yeah.
That's honestly really fair. I would have... Meh.
Yeah.
That would have been better. If double elimination last week, double save this week.
Yeah.
And then they could have like an emotional moment where they're both like,
we
oh my
made it!
God.
Ah, we just can't send Brooklyn home. Because like she was in the double save last time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Vanjie should just always have a fan. I mean, she
Sure.
knows how to work a fan.
Yeah,
This
it's good.
I mean, I thought she took her skirt off a little too soon.
Sure.
It wasn't really a moment, but she had to move.
Yes.
And boy, did she.
Oh my God.
But she flicked out this fan and yes! And she had the lip sync down. And Brooke is just dancing away. She had the lip sync down.
I felt like at a certain point, Brooke started to run away with it.
I feel like as soon as Brooke turned into Black Swan,
Yes.
which was mainly when she got on the ground, I was like, oh,
She
shit's
started
on.
really, she was like emoting and
I was like, oh, it's on now.
Yeah, she like had taken on a different level and I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
But I mean, she was on point the whole fucking time. Just this I mean, she looked like a giant.
Yes.
Because she's already tall.
Yes,
Then
and then
she's
she's on point.
On point with the hat. I mean, and Vanjie was like, hi. But just strutting down I mean, it was good.
It was good. This was a great lip sync, I thought. They both did really good.
Yeah, they're doing splits and they're doing death drops and they're flipping over here and flipping over there and
Queens over here,
Queens over there. And Vanjie had a lot of energy.
Yes.
They both did, but
Yeah.
I think Brooke became something else.
Yes.
And just edged her out. I mean, I honestly wouldn't have been mad at a double save. I mean, like, we don't need any more episodes, but
right.
This to me was like pretty close to a double save.
I would have been really down for a double save, and then if they did something even at like the finale
to eliminate
the final. Didn't they do that like a couple seasons ago? I feel like it was like, oh, you made it, but now you have to lip sync.
Or they do that with Project Runway all the time. Like, you have to make a collection, but you might
Sure.
not show your collection.
Sure.
But no, Vanjie goes home.
Yeah.
And they kiss and have like a nice moment of like, we're keeping business and, you know, personal separate.
Yes.
But also we're making out on this television show. Like,
Love that.
in front of our boss.
Right? Loved that.
That's fun.
Loved it. I was like, oh.
It was like fuck you producers trying to get us to be mad at each other
Sure.
or whatever.
Yeah,
You're trying to break us up. Fuck you. And then, of course, she had to top her last exit.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I might come back. Don't turn off the spotlight yet. I might come back, baby. I can come back today and be like, hey, I'm at the finale too.
Miss Vanessa Vanjie Mateo is out. Vanjie, and she's walking back.
I might come back though.
Don't show that spotlight out yet. I still might come back.
Shouting Miss Vanjie in the backstage.
Miss Vanjie!
Bar Queen!
Bar Queen!
It should be
Our queen.
What?
Miss Vanjie's out! Deuces! And she just like keeps coming in and out.
See you later, Miss Vanjie. Do this. That's how you go viral. Take notes. Holla. Let the check, bitch.
Coming in and out. Vanjie. I mean, we heard Miss Vanjie more this episode than the whole season.
Sure, it's true.
Because then did you play to the end and then over the World of Wonder logo? Miss Vanjie.
Remember that? I mean, I like that. You know, they embraced it, she embraced it, but also she was very smart about it. Where
She
it was
didn't
like,
overdo it.
Nope. We didn't have to hear it all season and be like, oh, okay. Like, it was.
You've heard it.
Right.
Thanks.
It was the right amount.
Remember Attitude Check?
Oh, I'm glad that stopped immediately.
That seems like years ago.
It really does.
Yeah, so Vanjie's gone. Bummer.
Yeah.
I guess because we knew I was less like...
Yes, because we already knew. I was like, well, I know what happens.
Yeah, but I was still like, oh.
It's sad, but also like...
She's fine.
She'll be fine.
She just hit 1 million on Instagram.
What?
She's fine.
Good for her.
She'll be fine.
Yeah.
This week on Untucked, nothing really happened.
Nope, it was pretty just, kumbaya.
There's a lot of kumbaya. Oh, well, I remember, and you're great, and I'm great, and let's all, it was pretty boring.
It was pretty boring.
Brooklyn, all down on herself, like she had no accomplishments from the prior, like she hadn't won the most challenges.
Sure.
I'm just pretty and I can dance. Don't plastique yourself.
I'm just pretty and I can dance.
Okay, don't plastique yourself.
And then Vanjie and Brooklyn are kind of away for a while.
I literally was like, did they go and fuck in like the bathroom or something? What's like they
one
just
last
disappeared.
Kiss.
Right. Just give me one
last kiss.
Oh, I can't wait to retro review that.
I'm so excited. I'm ready.
Yeah.
For one last kiss.
They're all like, oh, Brooklyn, Vanjie, if you are in the bottom, like, how do you feel about lip syncing against each other? And they both just, are like, we're going to keep it professional. We both came here to do a job.
Yep.
Like, we're not going to
go
easy on each other or whatever. We're going to
we're
try
both
our
gonna give
best
it our all
and whatever happens, happens. And it sucks, but that's what it is.
Yep.
And I was like, this is so mature and lovely. Oh
Yep.
my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And then Silky kind of brings up that, like, oh, in the podcast I talked about you, Evie, actually, and I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? Oh, nothing. It was really just like, oh, and then I forgave her and we were friends, and it was like a bunch of kumbaya. Not until we sing kumbaya. And I appreciated that Silky admitted that Evie was right and that she should have taken her advice.
Yes.
And that, girl, I just wasn't in a place to hear it, but like, I wouldn't have been having so many problems late in the game if I had taken your advice earlier in the game. I was like, that's what we were saying.
I appreciate your words. I wasn't trying to hear it then, but like your words are true.
I love that this has been a theme of this season where it's just like, fuck you, Evie. Well, I think she was right though.
You fucking cunt!
Yeah. I guess she was.
She did have a point.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? And so, I really appreciated that Silky had a lot more self-awareness. This is exactly what I've been asking for.
Yep.
I was really impressed with Silky this episode, honestly, and I was happy. Like,
Agreed.
And they all kind of just sat around and chatted and praised each other, and it was boring. But
Yeah.
like, I was like, okay, yeah, you grew. Yes, I'm happy about this.
Yes. It was
And
nice.
how Evie says like, oh, you come into a room and everyone's like, we love you, and
Sure.
I wish I had like a personality that people liked, and I'm like, you do.
Yeah.
And Silky's like, a lot of that comes from insecurities. Like, I have to overcompensate and be like really big and loud and whatever because I'm scared that, all that stuff. And I was like, great.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Seemed like a healthy conversation.
Yeah. And they're all chatting, and then we cut over to Brooklyn and Vanjie, and they're both like, oh, I'm sad because we have to lip sync and whatever. And then they like kissy, kissy, kiss, kiss, and then immediately check their lipstick. Okay, it's okay. It's great. I want a TV show of this.
Oh my God.
Drag Kai, Let's have a Kai.
Let's have a Kai.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, next up on VH1, let's have a Kai. Like backstage at Mickey's, whatever.
Love it.
Love it.
No matter what happens, you really have been a major asshole.
And then, of course, Vanjie goes home and she's packing up, and this like pallet,
She has like a forklift of crates.
It's like plastic crates. I was like, what is happening?
Right?
I guess because she lives in LA.
I guess, but then
I get to bring my own forklift. I was like, what is this?
Right, she had a whole fucking dolly with these two huge crates. Do they measure it by volume?
I don't know, but it really made me laugh.
Because it seemed like, how do you make it fair? I don't know.
Yeah, if you live nearby, can you just like drive your whole car over?
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, like one of those U-Haul pack-ups and be like,
okay,
cool.
I'm bringing it all. I'm bringing
Yeah.
all my shit. I don't know, but it really made me laugh.
So cheers, we will see you next week. Subscribe, share, Patreon, and we're almost gonna crown a winner!
Winner!
Cheers.
Yeah.